welcome back to my channel. If you like this channel, I hope you hit like. I hope you hit subscribe. The more you hit like, the more I can get these videos out to the public and help them. I was wanting to go over one or two things today. A lot of people don't know when they've got a pump and a well, some of the accessories that sometimes they need or what they could use. And this ain't going to be a real long video, but I wanted to show you this. So this right here, when you put your pump in and it's on PVC pipe, imagine that your pump's on the very end of this. So this is a torque arrestor. It's a PVC torque arrestor, and you can buy it off of drilling companies. You can buy it from Lowe's, Home Depot. Depending on, I mean, some of them's made a little bit better. You can see how thick that is, and it comes with 2 clamps. And what you do is when you get your pump together on the pipe, and you tighten one clamp and you leave the other one kind of loose. So before you put your pump in the well, in the casing, you take this torque arrestor and you push down on it, and it starts to expand, and you can go as much as you want to or as less as you want to. But what I normally do is tell people, if you don't get it too tight, if you're trying to put something in yourself, which, like I said, it's a disclaimer, I'm just telling you, food for thought. You know, if you do something on your own, it can't come back on us, or it can't come back on me. But I give you ideas of over the years of what we do, and why sometimes some pump systems may cost a little bit more because people don't put extra things on. And what I mean is extra check valves, a torque arrestor, a lightning arrestor. You may have somebody that gives you a $500 or $600 more of a price than another company will, and you're like, well, I'll just go with a cheaper guy. Well, that's okay, but you know, you need to find out what they're putting on the pump, because if you don't go with some of these accessories that you can put on there to protect your pump, you know, would you rather spend $500 or $600 more and have this stuff put on and it not come out in, you know, 15 or 20 more years, compared to a pump that don't have this, which could beat itself to death inside the well? So I've seen a lot of pumps beat to death and the wire all skin up and everything, because people just don't take the extra time to put little things like this on. So what I tell you, if you do put one of these on, or ask for it if a pump installer comes out, if he's going to put your pump in, ask him, hey, do you have a torque arrestor? So this goes down. I'd push it down. If I'm working on it, I would push it down just enough to where it fits inside the casing, but it's barely touching the side of the casing when it goes in. That way it's not too tight and you're having to push to get that thing to bend. Because I'm telling you what, if you pull this out by hand, you're going to have a rough time doing it if it ain't real deep, because this is going to get hung and stuck in the well. You just want it enough to where it's just barely touching that well casing as it's going down in there. Also, when they do put this on, depending on who you got to work on it, some of them leave it just like this. See the metal? If they run their wire down through here and this thing does move a little bit, this is going to cut your wire and it's going to mess it up. When I get it to where I want it, I usually tape all this up first, tape these up to where, first, you ain't got corrosion going on it because it's taped up, and second, it ain't going to hit the wire or go inside this and cut the wire in half. So that's extra steps, like I said, people need to take and address. And what this does, every time your pump kicks on, this takes the shock out of it. In other words, this is not letting your pump beat around the well. When the pump kicks on, you've actually got the torque, and so it don't move. It's holding against that casing every time the pump kicks on. So just in case some people didn't know what this is, Like I said, it's a torque arrestor. It's made out of PVC. It's kind of like what the real big thick tires are, like on your car, and that's how thick it is. And right there's the is where these are made by. Like I said, some of them's probably got all different name brands, but they're pretty much the same thing. You just got some that maybe, you know, is made a little bit better. So that's just an extra step, guys, that you can take to put on your pipe right at the bottom of the, this would be the bottom of the pump, or this would be the pump, and this will be your torque arrestor. So you just want this torque arrestor right up above the pump, because that's where all your shaking is going to be going on. So like I said, that's just food for thought, and I hope you enjoy that. The next thing I wanted to get at, and this is a little bit dirty because it's just been in my toolbox. If you have a break in a line in the ground, and a lot of people don't know this, if you don't have any bend and you've got Schedule 40 pipe and, you know, or whatever down in the ground, and you get a broke place and you have to cut a section out. When you cut a section out, this right here, I call it a telescope repair. And I don't know if a lot of you guys use this or not. If you do, for homeowners, this is what it looks like. It's a telescope repair. It's a 1-inch slip on this end, and it's a 1-inch slip on this end. So the reason this thing works out to be an awesome thing, when you try to put two of these couplings together, if you don't have no bend, and you don't know how to, if you can't pick up on it enough to get it to go back down in there, this right here works great. You would glue this, you'd cut a little section of pipe out that's got the hole in it or broke. You would go back far enough to where this would fit in the pipe. On the other end, you want enough room to where you can pull this out, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. If you glue this into the pipe, this is called a telescope. It comes out that far. This glues right onto the coupling. So you've got that much room to be able to glue and do something with. So you can push that in. And if you glue this on the other end, you've got this much room to pull this out and glue it right into there. And you're not straining yourself to death. So you're not trying to take another chance on breaking the pipe, pulling something apart. You cut out the section you need, you clean and glue both ends, you have it ready to go, and then you glue this, and you glue this, and you just pop it right on in there. So that just goes right out. You put it in there, and you just shove the thing up in there when you glue it, and then you've got a repair place in your line that you've fixed. Like I said, a lot of people don't know about these things, and they come in real handy. And I call them a telescope repair coupling is what I call them. There may be another name for it. You may know something else that it's called, but I've always called it a telescope repair kit. So, like I said, if you're in a bind in the ground and you can't pull up on each side of the pipe, that's a perfect way to get in and out and glue something up and be done with it, and not have to worry about so much fuss on it. So I hope that helps. I hope that's a little bit of food for thought in case somebody has a break in the line. Let me know what you think below. If these videos are helping you out, if it's teaching you something, if it's something that you know of but you've never put on it, just let me know if these videos are helping you guys. If not, I don't want to put materials out there and put videos out there if you don't think you can use them. But I'm doing it for people that don't know, homeowners, somebody that is trying to save a little bit of money. But like I said, if you don't feel comfortable doing anything, call somebody with some knowledge, call somebody that knows what they're doing. If you don't feel comfortable with messing with, you know, pipes, PVC, if you don't feel that it's safe, don't touch it. Call somebody that knows what they're doing. If you like these videos, please hit like, hit subscribe, and let me know below how you like these videos. And I'll see you next time.